Good evening, Internet. My name is Michael and I'm here to review some stuff for you. Tonight we're going to take a look at a live-action adaptation of a Japanese cartoon from the 1960s. That's right, we're going to take a look at Speed Racer. Now, if you've never seen this movie before, let me read the back so you can get a general idea. Start your engines and fasten your seatbelts for the high-octane adventure Speed Racer. Combining heartfelt family humor and groundbreaking visual effects, Speed Racer is a natural behind the wheel of his thunderous Mach 5 with support from Pops and Ma Racer, girlfriend Trixie, and younger brother Spittle, and the mysterious Racer X. Speed takes on fierce competitors to save his family's business and protect the sport he loves. When Speed steps up onto the track, it's not just a race, it's an adrenaline-fueled, high-speed charge to the finish. Go, Speed Racer, go! So yeah, that's an okay description of the movie, I guess. If you've never seen the cartoon Speed Racer, this movie will make no sense to you at all. The cartoon is a Japanese cartoon from like the 60s. It's really cheesy and actually pretty enjoyable to watch. You can watch this movie without seeing the cartoon, but if you don't even have any idea about what the cartoon's about, I don't recommend watching this movie. It's not a very good homage to the cartoon, but it's okay, and you kind of need the framework to even really enjoy this movie. As far as the plot goes, it's really kind of cliche. Speed Racer, he's a racer. A corporation tries to get him to race for him. He refuses, and the corporation decides to squash him like a bug, and they reveal that all the races are fixed. And then Speed Racer teams up with Racer X, and they try to take down the corporation and make the sport not fixed anymore. That's the basic whole plot of the movie. I'm not really going to say any more about it because there's not really a whole lot more to say. The first half of this movie is kind of slow and not very good. Honestly, I wanted to stop watching the movie until the ninjas showed up. That's right, there's ninjas in this movie. About halfway through the movie, Speed's going on the first really big race of the movie. It's this cross-country rally race, and they're all attacked by ninjas when they're sleeping at their hotel rooms. And then starts up the really funny fight sequences in this movie. There's only really 2 scenes that have fights in it, but they're pretty funny. Especially the part where you find out where John Goodman, who's playing Paw Racer, is a former super wrestler, and he just beats the ever-living heck out of a ninja using wrestling moves, and that was really funny. There's another fight scene where they're doing some stuff in a mountain crossing, and that one was also pretty good. So those 2 fight scenes made the rest of the movie. That's where the movie really starts to pick up. The last half of the movie actually is pretty dang good. There's even a moment where at the very end, where it seems like all's lost, and Speed basically uses the Force to win the race. You could call it what you want, but basically he became one with the Force and wins the race. One of the things about this movie are the visual effects. It's very, very, very stylized. Unfortunately, it's not a very good style. The races, which are a big draw of the movie, are apt to say 50-50 good or bad. I mean, sometimes when it works pretty well, but a lot of the times the cars look like Matchbox cars, and the CG is just kind of disconcerting. And the races are really, really stupid. I mean, really, really stupid. They have these cars like driving through spikes, jumping over giant pits and all kinds of stuff, and the cars fight each other. Yeah, that seems to be a big part of the race. And there's one big race where all the cheaters fight, and they use crazy weapons and stuff. That was kind of entertaining. But then in the last Grand Prix, Speed Racer's basically punching out cars with his car. It's just really, really odd. And another amusing thing in this movie is every time a car explodes, The driver's okay because this like bubbles form around him, and they're in like a giant plastic bubble thing, which is actually kind of amusing, and also at least somewhat heartening that they didn't all die. There is also one really actually rather dark moment in this movie where this like mob guy is about to torture a racer, and he gets stopped, and then it gets better, but that was a little disconcerting for a family film. Anyway, I'll give this movie a 4. If you've seen Speed Racer before, I recommend, if you got a couple hours to spend, I recommend watching the movie. It's decent enough. If you've never seen Speed Racer or don't even know anything about the cartoon, don't watch this movie because it won't make any sense at all to you. Anyway, that's all I have to say about Speed Racer, and tune in next time when I'll review something else.